Real quick, so I'm sure many of you maybe not know Fallon Rice. Well, Fallon and I actually grew up together. I don't know if you know this, Deidre, but we've been friends for over 20 years. Our parents live on the same street still to this day. So we grew up in the same neighborhood. And so when she joined last year in April 2015, she asked me if I wanted to join, and I told her no because I didn't have a why. That's just it. I had no why. I didn't have a lot of student loan debt. I liked my job at the time, so there was no real reason for me to join It Works. Fast forward to this year in January, some things changed on my job. I actually got a bad report or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm sure something's going to happen. Let me cover myself because I am a firm believer, but that you have to take care of yourself before anybody else will. So that's on January 11th of this year. I joined It Works. Came in, I hit Ruby at the end of January. So literally in 3 weeks, I hit Diamond at the end of February and got the double good bonus in February for Diamond, and I hit double Diamond in April. And so I'm still sitting at double Diamond because it's a that jump from double to triple is a big jump.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a big jump. But I'm sure I'll be hitting triple within the next couple of months. So that's pretty much my journey. I have several distributors that are here on the call. So I want to thank all of you who are on. I see your names, your numbers. Thank you all so much. I'm probably going to text some more people to come. But I'm really excited to be on here. I mean, you say I have good ideas. You have good ideas. And I did my homework from when we met this morning. So I did do my homework as far as their BV and all that good stuff. So they're going to be in the text for me.
All right, cool. I appreciate you. And I recognize some people too. I see Denisha. I remember meeting her on the cruise too. But shout out to you guys for being here. But I'm going to go ahead and dive in. So basically, me and Constance were talking a little bit about what we do with our teams and how we increase momentum. So we want to make sure that you guys are all getting the same information as well. So I actually started doing what I call a 400 call, or it's really just a Zoom with my team about, I guess, maybe 2 months ago. And I was telling her about you guys, and I was bragging on y'all how people have been jumping from not being 400 boxes to being legit 400 boxes. And I went ahead and invited, I know I created a group on Facebook for people who were under that 400 mark, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that I also invited my leaders here too, because I want y'all know it's all about replication. So my leaders, I want them to also be doing the same things with their teams as well. And I know that Constance wants you guys to be doing that as well. So it's not just people who did not hit 400, but it is people who either did not hit 400 or they are working with somebody on getting them to 400. So I want to share with you guys what it is that we've been doing. So basically, I want you guys to whip out a pen and some paper because I want you guys to go back and look at your e-suite from last month. I personally like to chart myself on the 25th so that I can already know what has already happened. I keep my charts live, not to say that I completely ignore it, but I make sure that my charts are up to date on the 25th of every month because that lets me know what I need for the end of the month, in addition to what I can potentially need for the following month. So if you aren't doing that, then I strongly encourage you guys to do that. It gives me an opportunity to see where my teammates are with their volume. So just in case they're calling me and asking me where to place somebody, or if they're wanting to maintain their volume in order to keep a rank, then that's just a good setting spot to let you know how much volume you're going to potentially need to promote the following month. So this is what I want you guys to do. And this is all, because there's people who did not hit 400, I'll definitely want to cover why that's so important. I think whenever we first come into this business, we think that it's just us. We think that the work that we do does not affect anybody else. But the big picture and the holistic perspective of this company is definitely working with a team. So your work ethic matters, okay? Hashtag that. Your work ethic matters. So whenever you decide to work, you're helping and building your upline as well. or if you decide not to work, you're also affecting your upline as well. And I know that that didn't necessarily resonate to me whenever I first started, so I don't expect people to catch on to that in the very beginning. But once you do start building a team, that is going to affect you. So I want you to not only look at this business opportunity as something that's just for you, but I want you to look at this almost like a biblical perspective, like the seeds that you're sowing into yourself, you're also sowing that into the person who signed you up. Because look at this, guys, like we have $1 million opportunity on our hands that does not come around too often. So why not bless somebody else while you get a chance to bless yourself? What I mean by that is just simply do the work. We have 3 goals here. It's literally to be a product of the product every month. It's literally to put in loyal customers, and it's to find other people who want to make extra money with us as well. So doing those 3 things, it helps our paychecks. But again, being at 400 also helps the person that signs you up. So I like to describe this as going to the casino and you sit down at a slot machine and you pull that lever. It reads off 777, right? That means that somebody just won a bunch of money. That's the same thing that happens when you hit 400, okay? When you hit 400 in group volume, that means that you are winning and somebody else is winning as well, okay? And you want every single person on your chart to be at a minimum of that as well. So I just want you guys to definitely understand the importance of getting there. I get a lot of inboxes and questions, especially from new people who want to know how to get there. And I want to give you guys 10 ways on how to get to 400. Group volume comes holistically from the orders that you purchase, in addition to your loyal customers' orders, in addition to your teammates' orders, in addition to your teammates' loyal customers as well. So if you have somebody else that's on your team, it's highly likely that your volume is going to be well over 400. But if you're brand new and you don't have teammates, then your volume is going to come from your personal orders and your loyal customer orders, okay? So here's 10 ways on how to get to 400. If you've been in the company for a while, you already know those things. But if you have not and you're struggling to get there and you're truly working your business and you really want to be a part of the team, you really want to get a bigger paycheck, then these are the ways that you can get that. The first one is by throwing parties. I personally grew my business by throwing parties in the very beginning. I made $300 at my first party. 12 people showed up. I invited about 30 people. 12 people showed up. I sold all of my wraps. So that means that I not only made $300 worth of money in cash, but I also got a chance to sign up some loyal customers. So throwing parties in the beginning, like, dude, that's an easy 1 to 2 hour way to grow your business, to get the products in front of people. And what's going to happen is those people who become loyal customers, those people who use that wrap, they're going to go tell somebody else. And even if they don't, you can ask them to go tell somebody else. And that's another piece of this business that some people are afraid of in the beginning. But the faster you start asking people, the faster you start growing your paycheck. For people who find that niche and you do like parties, I actually recommend to do this, because people are going to give you excuses. They're going to tell you that they can't make it on a Saturday. Already have a party lined up for the person who's going to tell you no. Be proactive. Have a party on Saturday. Whenever you call people to confirm and they're like, oh, I can't make it, just be like, okay, cool, I'm having one again next Sunday. If they say they can't make it on Sunday, just be like, okay, cool, I have one next Monday. I did that, and I covered every single day of the week, so it made sure that people who had soccer practice, people who had Bible study, people who had choir rehearsal, it didn't matter, because I covered each day of the week by throwing a party on those days of the week. Okay. The next thing that you guys can do for people who don't want people over at their house or something like that, you can always do an online party. You can literally set up a SendShare and do a party without even paying attention to your phone. If you don't have that app, I highly encourage you guys to use it, because I use it and I only respond whenever people are responding to it. The app is called SendShare.
Can you mute that line?
Yeah. Let me see who that is. Where do I click on that?
Click on participants at the bottom. And then
mute all.
You can really mute all, and then I'll unmute myself if I have anything to say.
Okay, thank you.
But I do right now.
Go ahead, boo.
I went to the One Team One Mission yesterday, and Ashley Olive and Dr. Diamond gave a very good script for sending out rap party invites. So I'm gonna drop it in the I'm gonna drop it in as a comment in the invite that you provided, so that everybody can have access to it.
Cool. Thank you so much. Actually, at the end of this, I want you to share any kind of nuggets that you got from yesterday too, because I know a lot of my teammates, they missed it as well. Okay, Connie? So
okay.
We got parties. We also got online parties. If you guys aren't already doing that on SendShare, save yourself some time and just copy and paste. The next way, of course, is through blitzing. If you guys need videos on that kind of stuff, I have that. Some people don't feel comfortable doing that, but I'll be happy to share my videos on covering that. The fourth way is simply through asking people. You can ask people. There's like millions of different scripts. If you don't know what to say, then don't say anything at all. Reach out to your sponsor, ask them for the verbiage, screenshot that bad boy, and go back and forth that way up until you learn the language. That's something that I've been sharing a lot on my with my team, because it's basically set up just like the real world. I use the analogy of whenever I was a probation officer. I used to be a probation officer. Then I got another degree and I went on to go be a family therapist and mental health therapist. But the lingo that we talked in court services is totally different from the lingo that we talked whenever I was a therapist. And the same thing is no different here. The lingo from probation to therapy to network marketing is totally different. No job is going to hire you and say, okay, go out there and go do it. Nobody does that. They give you stuff to review. They give you people to shadow. They hook you up with somebody next door. But guys, just don't be afraid to ask somebody if you need some help in that area. Like, don't talk if you don't know what to say. Like, send the script over to somebody else. If you're not sealing deals, then that means that you don't know what to say. And that means that you need to be talking to somebody that does know what to say, somebody that is enrolling loyal customers and distributors, so that you can get some help from them, shadow them, so that you can move on. The next thing, the next way that you can get to 400 is simply by using the product. Some people forget to place orders. Back in the day, we did not have the option to do 150 in personal bonus volume. We had to run an 80 BV auto ship. That no longer applies, but I strongly encourage you guys to be creating a different testimony. This time is perfect for using Confianza. If you have not used that, the company is genius with throwing out that BOGO there, because they know that they're catering to the season that's right now. People are highly stressed, so why not be pushing Confianza? If you don't know what Confianza is, then it's time to start using it and create a testimony for it, so that you can attract people to purchase that product. Another way is simply through posting. I know, Constance, y'all's team is legit through posting and stuff. Like, I be copying and pasting y'all stuff all the time, so I won't be going over that. But I also encourage you guys to do party swaps. Whenever I'm a vendor, I always make sure that I try to party swap or do something with one of the other vendors there. It doesn't matter if they're unique or Mary Kay or whatever. Just ask them to host a party for you and do a party for them too. Just do that, and you can also get loyal customers that way. Tables and expos. I'm sure you guys are probably already familiar with that. I know my team is, but there's also the option to do raffles. Like, there's just countless ways, and I just came up with 10 off the top of my head. But throwing out raffles out there, people love free stuff. Like, why not invest $25 of giving somebody a free wrap in order to get 25 people to come into your warm market? So don't sleep on them raffles, because they seriously work. And last but not least is referrals. So go through all your old loyal customers, anybody that's already in the computer, and ask them who they know that would want to use the product that they use. It's simple. It's just a matter of asking. If you don't have loyal customers, then it's time to start going through your cell phone. I literally went all the way from A to Z. On one day, I sent out a message to all the A's. The next day, I sent a message to all the B's, so on and so forth, asking people to to use the product for me. So that's 10 ways. I hope that you guys got that. But after you've gotten that 400, or if you're still missing that, I want you guys to break it down into simple numbers. So I wanted to make sure that my other leaders were on here, because I feel like I've covered this before, but I'm not exactly sure. So after you have figured out how much volume that you have on the 25th, you're going to want to break this down into numbers. To me, numbers make sense. And when you can see it and visualize it, you won't be so overwhelmed if you need like 2,000 or 3,000 in volume for the next month. So I want you guys to do this. I hope that you already know how much volume that you ended with last month. Okay. So I want you to write down how much volume you need in order to promote to the next rank. If you are a Ruby or you're trying to get to Ruby, then you're going to need 4,000 in volume in order to maintain that, if everybody's not a 400 box. If you are pushing for Emerald, then you're going to need 8,000. If you're pushing for Diamond, you're going to need 10,000. Double Diamond, 25,000. Triple Diamond, 50,000. Okay, I don't think anybody's pushing for anything higher than that on here. But those are the numbers. That's how much volume that you're going to need in order to maintain that rank. What we don't want is for somebody to hit a rank and then lose it. Okay, so figure out how, if you're reaching for that goal, figure out how much volume it is that you need. So I want to do a quick example. If somebody is trying to get to Ruby and they have 1,000, and that means that they're going to need, well, no, yeah, they're going to need another 3,000 in points, right? If they are already boxed in for Ruby and they have 1,000 in volume, that means that they need 3,000 in order to maintain that, right? So let's use the number 3,000. It looks like a lot for the month, but I want you to then write down the number 3,000 and divide that by 4. That's how much volume you need each week. Take that number, divide it by 7. That's how much volume you need each day. However much volume you just came up with for that particular day, I want you to go over to your eSuite, if you don't already know the bonus volume that's attached to each product, and figure out what product can get you there the fastest way. If it's wraps, you're just going to simply divide that amount of volume by 54, and then that's going to tell you how many loyal customers that you need for wraps. So how you get those is simply by having the wrap on yourself and posting about it. You cannot ask people to buy wraps if you're not using them, or if you don't have a testimony behind them. You can also do the same thing with the system. That's a faster route because we know that that's over 80 BV, okay? But it's a matter of getting the number down as small as possible, getting the product that's gonna help you get there. And you use that product on yourself so that you can then start marketing it. If you need a whole bunch of volume, then you're gonna wanna push people to use the system, but you can get immediate results or fast results in 2 days by using the cleanse. Then you post your results about the cleanse. So then you can use that cleanse as a gateway. Mielka actually did a video about that earlier today. You can use that cleanse in order to be a gateway to tell people about the system. It's simple, it's just numbers, and scale it back. Don't be so overwhelmed by the big number, and look at it down to the details. So the formula is simply figuring out how much volume you need, dividing it by 4 so that you know how much you need each week. That's your sales for the week. Dividing it by 7 so that you can focus on getting that amount of volume into the computer every single day. And then figuring out what product is going to take for you to get there so that you can get the loyal customers to get that number. Does this make sense? Yes? No? Okay. So let me see. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. That's all that we do in order to get to 400 every single month. And if you can teach your team how to get to 400, you are going to be able to promote easily. We can go over how to get DTs and how to get loyal customers and all other kind of stuff. But y'all, it's just simply a matter of asking people. Constance, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything. Well, I do. So when Deidre and I talked about this initially, this is for my team. she goes through her team and lets them know who did not hit 400, which a lot of you on here didn't hit 400 last month. And then she creates 3 options for them as to what they need to sell the current month in order to hit 400. So if you were short last month, if you had sold, or if you do sell these specific products the current month, then you'll hit 400. So what I've done today is I have run a report for everybody who didn't hit 400, and I have given you 3 options, and I'm going to contact you, but I've given you 3 options of product, like 3 different types of sets of products that you can market this month in order for you to hit 400. So let's say you were 100 away. So one of my options, of course, is going to be 2 boxes of wraps, or another option might be three hair, skin, and nail, and a lavender oil, something like that. So I'm going to be getting in contact with a lot of you individually to let you know, to give you some options so that you can know, because a lot of times you're not far from 400, even if you're 200 away. If you sell 4 boxes of wraps, there it is right there. So I'm going to be getting with you all and helping you get to 400 this month. And that'll help everybody's business grow and everybody can get a larger check.
Okay. One of my leaders is also on here. She's a freaking rock star, and she's we have this other group called a Diamond Dash. So she didn't know, but I actually want to pick on her too to see if she wanted anything. I see her floating over there. Mioka, I got your video earlier, and it was very similar to what we've been talking about. Do you have anything that you want to drop, Mama, as far as getting to 400?
Something that helps me. Can y'all hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something that helps me, and I know you all probably know this, is that that you just have to think about and cater to the needs of others, which is what I was saying on that that live video today. It's the holidays, and people need cleanses, they need fat fighters. And so if you really just take the time to listen to people and say, hey, I have these products, is there something I can help you with? Or take the time to listen to people and hear their goals, that's what's more successful. A lot of times we think just because we're new that we're not in a position to be the person that can consult people. But if you join this business and you paid your $99, you're now a consultant, and you need to be able to just recommend stuff to people. If they tell you they need to lose weight, recommend the system. If they tell you they eat bad, recommend the fat fighters, and don't shy away from it. Let them know that this is what I recommend, because if you know the product line, you know that it's going to help. So be confident in knowing that what you're offering is going to help, and let them know that this is what I think you should try. Do you want to join my wellness program? I call the loyal customer program a wellness program. Some of that's probably because I train, but literally it takes about 90 days to get real results. And if they join the loyal customer program, AKA wellness program, they're dedicating 3 months to reaching their goal. And you can let them know, let's start with this. And after this month, we can evaluate what you need for the next month. But if you kind of let people know that it's a wellness program and they're dedicating 3 months to reaching their goal, and that's great. And then let them know at 3 months, we can evaluate if you want to keep going or move in another direction. That other direction is hopefully into a distributor, but we don't say you can cancel. We just say move in another direction. But just to be centered on people's goals and to offer products that they can really use.
Love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So from here, my team, they know I don't really play around. We do this for about 20, 30 minutes because I believe in catching up, seeing where we are for the day so that we can go back to work. So I challenge you guys to do the same thing for the next 30 minutes. I dare you to go ask 10 people to use Confianza tonight. I've already seen some of you guys who have posted I think y'all said, is there anybody on my timeline who has stress or anxiety? So I dare you guys to post that, share that, get in somebody's inbox so that you can go put somebody in a computer tonight. I dare you to sign somebody tonight. All right. So I hope that this was helpful. If anybody has any questions, I'm open to it. If y'all have something, then shoot now. Or forever hold your peace. Y'all are good? All right, cool. Well, Constance, there it is. Maybe we can shoot together because I know I had some questions for you too, because Constance is the queen over Instagram. Don't forget to send that over to me. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Get yourself another 30 minutes or so in for the night, and we shall meet again.
Wait, what's Constance's Instagram handle and yours, Constance? Can I stalk you, please?
I got you. You don't let distributors.
I don't let distributors follow me.
You don't let distributors. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
Is it private? I'll just go look.
What I can do is I will screenshot some of my stuff. I'll do that. I'll screenshot some of my a few pages so that you can see what it looks like. And I'll probably do an Instagram. I will be doing an Instagram training or sending you all my training video for Deidre's team. So I'll help you all out as soon as possible, whenever y'all are ready.
Yeah, Constance bless my soul, y'all. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump on the team page and do a quick live because she don't let people follow her stuff. So I'm finna do the same thing because that works for her, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So jump on the team page, and I'm gonna go live real quick. Okay.
Okay, send me the recording of this. My team is already asking for it.
You got it, boo. I'm finna stop the recording right now. Y'all have a good night, okay?
Thank you.
No problem. God bless.